Part F says to estimate the median for grouped data. You can get assistance in week 4, page 9 and 10. First, you find the total frequency. Okay. In our example, we have already found the total frequency. The total frequency is 70. Okay. So you can just follow the steps in the assignment itself together with week 4, this example that we are doing there. So find the total frequency, 70. Locate the median, because the n now is equal to 70. The total frequency is equal to the n. Please take note of that. So our n in that case is 70. Anybody who is doing this with me, what is the n for the assignment? Number 10, part F, estimate the median. The first step is to find the total frequency, which is the n. Anybody? What is your n? 80? 80. Okay, so you type 80. Okay, so you type 80 by 8. Okay, so persons that have not, probably have stopped with the variance, and so you can start fresh with F. Okay, so if you have the Word document version of the assignment, you can just type 80, verify it's 80, and type 80 by step number 1. You can do that all now. So I'm giving you a couple seconds to do that. Okay, because bear in mind, you still have the recordings, you still have the worksheet. Okay, and you can go back again and go through the variance what we did before. Okay, so bear that in mind. But you want to just continue participating, start fresh with number 10, part F. It seems to be fairly simple so far. Okay, so type 80, verify is 80. Yeah? Type 80 by total frequency. No, the median now is half of n. So in the location, when you have a table grouped, it is allowable to drop the +1. You could remember the cumulative frequency graph when we had to locate the quartiles and we drop the +1. Okay, so whenever you have an interval distribution for locational formulas, you are allowed to drop the +1. Okay, just like the cumulative frequency graph when we have to locate the quartiles therein. Okay, so our n here is 70. We all know that half of 70 is 35. We all know that half of 80 is 40. Okay, this your calculator, your computer may not have that format, so you can just delete this because this is math type, and you can go into insert, you can go into equations, and you can type location or formula of median. Okay, like what I'm doing now is equal to a half of 80, whatever you have, use 80 for sure. You don't even have to put a half of n, a half times 80. In my case is 70 equal 45th value. All right, because you may not have that program that is there in step 2. So you can delete it out and use insert and equations. So where I have 45, or you may have 40. Okay, just make sure it's 40 is the correct answer. Now, as seen in the table below, another column called cumulative frequency was created. So please verify that this is the case. There's another column called cumulative frequency. So go down, and here it is, cumulative frequency. So we're going to cumulate the frequency. Okay. In order to cumulate the frequency, you must start adding the first frequency. So it's very similar to what we did for the cumulative frequency graph, but the boundaries are not involved. We're just cumulating the frequency. Because what we're trying to do now, we're trying to locate 45, you see? Because remember when we said in the cumulative frequency graph, cumulative frequency now is the same thing as location, okay? All right, so therefore now, this is 8, but this is like the 8th. Okay, so this is 8 as frequency, but cumulative frequency, you can call it 8th. Okay, so the 8th position is between 5 to 15. All right, now the next step now is to carry that 8 and add it to 20, and that will give us 28th. Okay, because you are accumulating the frequency, you are finding a location. 8 means 8 between 5 to 15. You have the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, if in that interval. The first 8, if you want to put it that way. Then you have the 9th, 10th. The 9th, 10th, and so are located in that interval. From the 9th to the 28th is located in this interval. But you're looking for the 35th. Remember, you have 70 values in all, you know. So the first 8 is between that interval. Then you have the 9th and the 10th. Where are they? They are in this interval up to the 28th. So this location is giving you the last position in each interval. The first position is in 5 to 15. The second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, up to the 8th is between 5 to 15. Okay, bear that in mind. Then what about the 9th? Where's the 9th height is? The 9th is in here now in 15 to 30. The 9th right up to the 28th is between that interval. You're looking for the 35th. Now you have to continue accumulating because you want the 35th now. So we have to carry that 28 and add it to the 30 to give us 58th. So in the interval 30 to 45, you know what positions we have, what locations? We have the 29th. Because remember, the 28th is the last position here in 15 to 30. But we want the 29th, the 20, the 30th, the 31st. All of that is in this interval 30 to 45. Right up to the 58th, because there are 30 numbers in that interval. 30 positions from the 29th to the 58th. So therefore, the 35th must be in that interval. So this is what you call the median interval. Okay, this is the median interval. Because the 35th position is in this interval. And is the 35th position we looking for. So therefore now we stop. As soon as you locate your position, you stop. So what you need to do now is to accumulate your frequency till when you reach the position that you have calculated. Now we have found the median interval. Now we go to the formula to estimate the median. This is the formula, and it is in the list of formulas. If you go to the list, it is the first formula. Here it is, median for interval distribution. Okay. It is copied in the assignment. Here it is. To use this formula, we have to identify certain values. The lower boundary of the median interval. We got the lower boundary of the median interval to be 30. The upper boundary is 45. The frequency of the median interval is 30 also. So the lower boundary is 30. The median is 30. Just before the median, the cumulative frequency before the median, here it is, 28. The cumulative frequency before the median is 28. So all of that will be needed, okay, in the list of formulas for median for interval. So let's go back to the list. The lower boundary of the median interval is 30. The location, we got the location to be 35. the previous cumulative frequency is 28. The frequency of the median interval is 30. Okay? And the group width, the width of the group, the width of the interval is 45, 30 to 45. So the group width is equal to the upper boundary minus the lower boundary. So the group width is equal to the upper boundary minus the lower boundary. The upper boundary is 45 minus the lower boundary is 30. The group width is equal to 15. Okay, and now we substitute into this formula. We go to insert equations. The median now, or we can just put Q2. Q2 is a symbol for median, is equal to the lower boundary, which is 30, plus, we want a fraction. Okay, we'll put this in a bracket because the formula has it in a bracket. Okay, it says location, here it is. The location, which is 35, minus the previous cumulative frequency, which got to be 28, divided by the frequency of the median interval, which got to be 40, multiply to the group width, which we got it to be 15. Okay, and this will give us a measure of the median using the interval distribution. Let's put this in our calculator. The lower boundary plus the location minus the previous cumulative frequency divided by the frequency of the median interval times the group width. Got an estimated value to be 33.5, okay, centimeters. Okay, so therefore the median is 33.5 centimeters, not years. Hence, 50% of the heights are below and above also 33.5 centimeters. Yes.